What is the most important law applicable to the study of electricity? Ohm's Law. What are the elements of Ohm's law? Voltage, current, resistance. What are four sources of electrical energy? Thermal, light, pressure, chemical. What does an electrical circuit consist of? Source, load, conductor. What represents capacitance in an AC circuit? Capacitor or condenser. What is the function of a capacitor? It stores electricity. What is the unit of measure for capacitance? Farad. What is the standard unit of measure for frequency? Hertz. What is the basic component that only allows current to flow in one direction? Diode. What is inductance? The induced voltage is opposite in the direction to applied voltage. When voltage is introduced by magnetic flux lines in a coil in an AC circuit, the induced voltage is opposed in direction to the applied voltage and opposes any change in the alternating current. What is an example of an inductor in a magneto? Coil. What is impedance? The total opposition for AC to flow, caused by the combined effect of resistance, inductive resistance, and capacitive reactance in an AC circuit. What causes opposition to the flow of current in an AC circuit? Inductive and capacitance reactance. What is the unit of measurement for impedance? Ohms. What is the general purpose of a resistor? Limit current. How many value of a small fixed resistor be determined? By the color bands on the resistor. What are two things that happen when current flows through a conductor? A magnetic field is generated and the conductor heats up. What is the common name for the lines of force that make a field surrounding a magnet? Magnetic flux lines. What is the concept that describes the relationship between electricity and magnetism? Electromagnetism. What is the unit of measurement of power in a DC circuit? Watt. What are the four factors that affect the resistance of an electrical conductor? Temperature, wire gauge, length and material. In a DC circuit, what occurs when voltage is increased while resistance remains constant? Increase in current. What are the three types of DC electrical circuits? Series, parallel, complex. A 24-volt lead-acid battery has how many cells? 12 cells, each cell to volts. What are the units that battery capacity is measured in? Amp hours. What should be the specific gravity of the electrolyte in a fully charged lead-acid battery? 1.2, 7.5 and 1.3. What instrument is used to determine the specific gravity of electrolyte in a lead-acid battery? Hydrometer. Why can a hydrometer not be used to determine the charge of a nickel-cadmium battery? Specific gravity of electrolytes do not change. When using a hydrometer to check the charge of a lead-acid battery, at what temperature must a correction factor be applied to the reading? Above 90 degrees or below 70 degrees Fahrenheit. What is electromagnetic induction? Transfer of electrical energy without physically touching. What causes opposition to flow of current in an AC circuit? Inductive reactance and capacitance reactance. How are battery compartments protected against corrosion? Corrosion-resistant paint. What should be the correct electrolyte level in a properly serviced battery? 3/8 inches above the plates. What are parallel generators, and how is the load distributed? Two or more generators supply power for a load equally. Describe a no-trip circuit breaker. Impossible to manually hold the circuit breaker closed. Can you store NiCad and lead-acid batteries together?
No.
Fumes from the lead acid can contaminate the NiCad battery. What is the result of an imbalanced cell in a nickel-cadmium battery? Cell has low internal resistance. Current will increase across the cell, causing it to heat up. What happens to the specific gravity of the electrolyte in a lead-acid battery when the temperature changes? Temperature and specific gravity are somewhat proportional to each other. Increased temperature will have a specific gravity that's high. Colder temperatures, the specific gravity will have a lower reading. What is a LED? Light-emitting diode. What is a SLA? Battery. Sealed lead-acid battery. What is the basic unit of measurement for inductance? Henry. What prevents reverse current flow in a DC alternator? Reverse current cutout. Name two types of resistors. Variable and fixed. What are the units that battery capacity is measured in? Ampere hours.